If you're worried about the tariffs recently posted by President Donald Trump, you may be sabotaging your financial future. Today, I'll be explaining why obsessing about the tariffs is one of the biggest roadblocks stopping you from moving forward financially. Also, later in the video, I'll share 4 strategies to help you keep your mind on your money. I'm Dakota Grady, DG the Money Coach, and I'm all about helping you master your finances. Now let's dive into the conversation. So the tariffs are all over the news, and you're worried, stressed out, and wondering how it's going to affect you. In fact, drop down in the chat below if you took money out of your 401k. If you saw the market crash and was like, ooh, drop down in the chat if you did that. I may do a video about that later, but that's one thing that you may be keeping an eye on as well, the tariffs and the stock market. But today, I'm discussing how you're going to move forward financially regardless of the tariffs. The first thing you need to do is be proactive. What do I mean by that? You need to get your mind focused on what you can control. You didn't elect the president. You didn't select him to make these executive orders to impose tariffs on other countries. You didn't do any of that. Your job is to not police the president of the United States. Your job is to police your life. Focus on what you can control, like your family, your business, your job, everything that you have in your control, mentally, physically, when in terms of you acting, things you say, right? Those are the things that you can control. You can't control the tariffs. You can't control how much they go up, how much will be imposed. You can't control any of those dynamics. You can't even control the weather. So why would you try to control what's happening in the White House? Focus on controlling what's happening in your house. If you need to improve in a certain area of your life, do it now. 2025 has just started. We're in the second quarter. First quarter has already passed. So now, what are you focusing on this quarter to move you and your family forward financially? If you want to make better decisions with your finances, stop overspending, and stop impulse spending, get you a free resource, the free money plan budget tracker at dakotagrady.com. This is how you're going to really transform your finances in 2025. The second thing is to do what I call a money plan, a budget. So, yes, the tariffs have been in place now. How are you going to combat the tariffs? The number one way to overcome the tariffs is to manage your finances. And the best way to do that is to do a monthly money plan or budget. A budget is simply a plan for your money, telling your money what to do every month. So here's a simple way to do it. You simply start with the income you earn for the month, and you give all of your money an assignment because your money is your employee. Make it work for you. Once you give your money an assignment, you'll be able to have control over your finances. Regardless of what is being imposed regarding the tariffs, you can't control that. Control the income you have coming in and maximizing it by doing a monthly money plan. Once you give your money an assignment, you have the plan to live within your means because you have all of your income minus your plan, your expenses, and it should equal 0. Now, if you're living above your means, say you made $4,000 for the month, and you are spending $8,000 for the month, then you're overspending. So you need to either make more income or reduce your expenses, or both, in order to live within your means. That's how you are going to really take control of your finances. The third thing is to have savings. Have savings because things are happening. People are losing their jobs. If you work for a government agency, you may be losing your job, may have lost your job, or you may be working for a nonprofit that receive funds from the federal government. They may have been taken away. Even if you aren't working for the government, always have savings for rainy days, job layoffs, businesses slow down, and things happen in the economy that you can't control. And it goes back to that first point of being proactive. So I recommend saving between $500 and $1,500 in a savings account because you need to be able to access money when the time is ready. Now, this money is only meant for a mini rainy day fund. Now, when you pay off all your debt, with the exception of your home, unless you are paying off your debt for your house, great. But if you aren't paying off your home, make sure you have your rainy day fund of at least $1,500 at the maximum. And then once you pay off all your debt, your consumer debt, cars, motorcycles, student loans, those things, make sure you increase that mini rainy day fund to a mega rainy day fund of at least 3 to 9 months of living expenses for big unexpected events. And number 4, I want to encourage you during this time of reflection of what's happening with the tariffs, increase your income. Whether you're working in a job or have a business, increase your value by increasing your skills. Maybe learning a new language, learning how to use artificial intelligence or AI, maybe learning how to increase your ability to speak in terms of public speaking. There are myriad ways that you can increase your income to add value to the marketplace, whether as an entrepreneur or as an employee. The whole point is I want you to stay focused on keeping your mind on your money and not focus on the tariffs, which you can't control. I want you to keep your mind on your money, stay focused, and keep on learning to master your finances.